Hi, welcome to product review by watthour. In this video we are going to do the review of this master battery switch that is sold on Amazon. So you can turn off the load or turn it on up to 150 ampere. I'm going to show you how to connect it. I'm going to test it with up to 200 ampere, see if it can handle it, and also we are going to disconnect and connect it at 200, and also I'm going to disconnect and connect it at 48 volts. I'll just open and see underneath. So, and when it rotates like that under the load, I'm going to show you a thermal image to see if it's getting hot or not. Let's get started with this. I bought this from Amazon. This is the package how they sent me, and we got a simple color manual how to connect it. We got these 4 long machine screw with nut for installation, and this is a switch, nothing else. Position 0 and then green on. That's nice, so you can easily understand that. Go, stop, off, on. This feels solid, but I'm not sure. We have to test it and see. And that's what I like the most. It has proper nuts, bolts, bolt and screws. Very nice, trustworthy it looks like. I'll provide you the link for this so you can purchase it. The link is below the video. This is a switch that you can connect your load, because most of the time if you want to disconnect it in many cars and many devices, there are no such option. You can use this for your boat, audio system, for track, for whatever you have. The battery can go through this. It has huge nuts, and it's supposedly to be able to handle higher current continuously 150 ampere, and momentarily up to 200-300 ampere. Everybody is selling it with different rating. I will provide you the link. On these 4 sides we can break it according to our needs, and here I'm going to use this 4 gauge wire. Connector is 3/8, so I'm going to use this one. Let me show you the size first. The width is 7.6 millimeters or 2.66 inch. 2.66, the same length and width is the same. This comes with this cover. If you want to install it on some surface, perhaps you will just attach it, and using this screw, machine screw, then so if we pass this, you see this is long enough that if you have some metal or something, this needs a 4 millimeter or 1/8 hex key to open or close it. After putting a nut, when the nut is out, you have 0.545 inch or 11.6 millimeters. That's the thickness of the sheet that you're going to attach it. And this nut is 7.6 millimeter and 0.3 inch or 3/10 inch. And we can break it from there as well. Let's remove this nut. For your car and boat, the positive that's coming to the battery, remove it. Remove the positive and connect it in here. So this is going to your boat or car, wherever it is. Now connect on the other side to the battery. So this way the switch is between the power that is going to your load or car, whatever it is, so you can turn it on and off. And let me put that wire This nut is 17 millimeters and 0.67 inch. I realize that we have to break this side so we can hold it and also break this side. You can, if for some reason you want to put it, then it will be very easy, I believe. You can just glue it somehow. Hold it from this side while tightening it like this. This has been very tightened. I believe that's enough for me. If you feel that this area needs to be covered, then we can put heat shrink, something like this, and here as well. If you have products for review, you can contact me from watthour website. The link is below this video. For my power, I'm using two 4 gauge wire, 4 AWG, and parallel for negative, and I'm using 2 parallel for positive, so I do not have any drop. But here for the test, I just used short 4 gauge wire. This side is connected to the battery, this side goes to my load where we power. Right now it shows off. Now I'm going to test it with 200 ampere. I've connected low voltage battery, but we are getting 200 ampere. The current is set to maximum 200 ampere here. Let me turn on. 200 ampere is now passing through this. So let's turn it off. Let's try it 100. Let's go with 100 ampere. So now this is connecting 100 ampere, and let's disconnect it. So you can see it, 100 ampere. So let me show you the thermal image. The thermal camera that I'm using is for mobile phone. The link is below the video in the description. And this is my finger here. You see? And if I remove my finger, the hot spot is 105 degrees in here. Is 105 degrees in here. Right now that's my finger. If I remove it, you will see. Right now it's getting hot. This terminal is hot. This is also hot. Let's check it now again. It seems from this side, if I put this ruler so you know it's very cool. This spot is 112 degrees Celsius in here. I turn this around like that so you can see it better. 112. The hottest spot is exactly in here. So below this, the connection goes from here to here. That's why it shows hot. Turning it off. On. So set the current to 80 ampere. Let's turn it on. That is 80 ampere. Turn off. Let's leave it at 80 ampere. At 100 it was getting very hot. Let's see, slowly this is getting hot. So I cannot hold my finger. Let's change it to 60 ampere. Maximum range 60. So the current is now 60 ampere. Let's leave it for a few minutes. Very cool, definitely. So 60 ampere is also good. Now I've set it to 30 ampere, but the voltage is now 60 volts, 48 volts. I'm just testing it with 48 volts. Let's turn it on. So it's 48 volts and 30 ampere. Let's turn it off. Let me bring the microphone closer so you can hear that. You see, if you don't move it quickly, the spark might damage it. So it now to 24 volts. .30 ampere. Now let me show you the thermal image. So this is my finger. My finger is here. Let's see from the top. Here. This is very cool. And let's turn this around. 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And here, exactly in here. So this spot is 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is very cool. I don't even feel it. So keep in mind that when you're switching it, if you go slow here, especially when you turn it off, if I turn it on, that's not a problem. When you turn it off, and here, you have to go very quickly. So because I hear some sparks, so the switch is supposed to go quick, off and on, like that. Now I've set the current to 50 ampere. Let's turn it on. And let's keep it for a few minutes. After a few minutes, let's have a look at the thermal image. 117 degrees Fahrenheit around this area when I put my finger. So that was an arc. And here, that is the wire, 113 degrees, and that is the other wire. Let's just open and see what is underneath so we can see the contacts. The last one I have to be careful because it might pop out. Let's see, there are springs and stuff underneath. Let's just lift it. Like that. The most important part is this, and as you can see the spark has started already, but, and let's see. So we have this spring, and that's the whole force that is holding this. When this piece aligns with these two contacts, it is turned on, and when it rotates like that, it turns off. From this we can see that this nut is relatively secure, at least it's housed here, but still, yeah, this is still plastic. Now you can see this better. Now at different angles. And this piece. Let's put it back. Here, this is now on off position, and I'm putting it like that, and this must go like this. Let's see. Seems right. Let's do a continuity tester test. So, on, and off, worked. So here is my conclusion. This can handle connect and disconnect for a few seconds. If there is some kind of start or anything, it can go up to 200 that I tested. That went very well, no problem. And this can handle it definitely, because the piece of copper at the bottom and the spring is pushing it hard enough, I believe. But the only thing is that 200 ampere on and off will create huge spark. But for continuous current at 100, this was getting hot. Now I've set it to 50, left it for a few minutes. It's warm but not hot, so it's still getting a little temperature because the current goes from here. So do not try higher current. There are different variations of this. I believe they are not all the same, so rely on the data that is coming from the manufacturer, because they are supposed to give you some kind of warranty or assurance about this, but my test showed that this cannot handle anything above 50 ampere continuously. At 100 it was getting very hot. Thank you for watching. This was a review of this battery disconnect switch or master switch. If you learned something and found this useful, please thumb up and also post a comment in the comment section below. Also make sure to subscribe so you get updates of my upcoming videos. In this video we are going to do the review of this ball vac 300 ampere waterproof breaker or switch. It can be used in cars and boat and anywhere that you have high current, for ignition protection, for anything that you want to disconnect the battery. You just press this and it will disconnect that up to 300 ampere and easily